Now, I don't know much about filmmaking, but I do know that every good movie deserves a sequel, and every good movie starts with an idea. And for these two, ideas usually mean adventures, painful adventures. And this is where we find our two suffering protagonists, deep in the heart of interior British Columbia, pondering one of life's great mysteries.
Well, what should we do now? It's been 2 years since the canoe trip.
I don't know, but I think it's time we make a sequel.
Yeah, but what should we do? Everything's been done.
You know what? I've always been wanting to go to Alaska. Seems like everyone who goes there gets rich and famous. I mean, look at Travis Rice. He was basically a nobody before he went there.
You know what? We might be onto something there. We should get our agent on the phone and see what he thinks about this.
Oh, yes, you know what? You'd be my client if I could. You're just so gosh darn cute. I would make $1 million off of you. Oh, it's buzzing again.
Hey, it's Johan and Khattar.
Oh, hey, boys.
We're gonna make a sequel to Without a Paddle. It's gonna be awesome.
No way. You're gonna make a sequel. That's never been done before. Tell me more. I'm so interested.
Okay, get this. We're gonna make it big in Alaska.
What? Alaska. Alaska. Well, that's never been done before. Only 1 million times by Travis Rickey.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get Sean Dog at 8K Heli to get us the best guide. Then we're gonna get Drake Air to fly us deeper into the backcountry than anyone's ever gone before. And we're gonna do
Listen. What the people want is more canoeing. So I'll tell you what, call me when you get another canoe movie going. Until then, I'm busy. Call drop.
Whoa, that did not go very well. What should we do now? We have no sponsors, we have no agent, we have no money.
You know what? To heck with that. We don't need agents, we don't need sponsors, we don't need money. We'll get to Alaska our own way.
I think you're right. I mean, how hard can it be to get to Alaska anyway?
Sometimes, however, your ambition exceeds your reach. And this is usually where a good adventure begins.
Man, we can't give up here. We're halfway there, dude. We're like 1,300 kilometers away from Alaska.
Did somebody just say Alaska? I reckon I'm headed there too.
Well, boys, how are we going to realize our dreams of getting to Alaska?
I don't know, but there's gotta be a way. There's just gotta be.
Question is, how? Did you boys say you're looking to get to Alaska? Because I might know somebody who could help you. But it won't be easy. I think this is the spot.
Who are you and what do you want?
Trying to get to Alaska, sir, and Mike down at the pub said you might be able to help us out.
Alaska. Give me a run back. Bikes need to get to Alaska. They ain't gonna pedal themselves.
(1,300 kilometers north of Vancouver, 4,800 kilometers northwest from Toronto, 3,300 kilometers north of Hollywood, 12,400 kilometers northeast of Sydney, Australia, and 4,000 kilometers south of the North Pole. In other words, about halfway between hell and nowhere at all is where you'll find Terrace, British Columbia. Population 12,000. All of this to say, this is big country, suitable for only the toughest of hearts and the thickest of skin. A place so rough and tumble, it makes God's country look like a walk in Central Park. Located on the traditional and unceded territory of the Tsimshian people, Terrace is smack dab in the middle of three valleys, the Skeena, Kitimat, and Kitsimkalum. Its European history can be traced back to the 1800s, when an Englishman by the name of Tom Thornhill arrived in the area. But long before the official town founder, George Little, established Terrace in 1912, it was home to the Tsimshian Galtsop of Kitsimkalum and Kitsalis, located on the banks of the Skeena River, just west and east of present-day Terrace. Terrace, once known as the cedar pole capital of the world, providing cedar poles around the world for telephone and power poles, has also been called the Northern Breadbasket, or Okanagan North, for its rich soil and mild northern climate. These days, Terrace is regarded for its natural beauty and is the kind of place that attracts a certain breed of adventure seeker, the kind of people that aren't afraid of a little bit of pain and suffering. And most importantly, Terrace is exactly 1,350 kilometers south of Haines, Alaska. And as our unlikely band of brothers is about to find out, that's one hell of a bike ride.
On days like this, you feel like you're alive. Hard forward.
It's fine, the bike's great. It'll make it to Alaska, no problem. The pedal with the crank arm fell off on the ground. Bike to Alaska, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
Kitwanga, baby. Just about to cross the T's and dot the I's on a 70-kilometer day.
Yeah! This is it! The moment we've all been waiting for. The Cassiar Highway. 1,300 kilometers of pure adventure.
After a hell of a first day on the road, I saw the boys biking deep into the night. They arrived in Kitwanga, the doorstep to the Cassiar Highway, one of the most desolate roads in Canada.
Today was cold, today was windy, today was miserable.
Yeah, maybe we will, just because maybe to chop some of this.
But
Thank you.
we're not dead yet.
Kitwanga, or Gitwangat, meaning place of rabbits, is a Gitsan village located in the Skeena River Valley. It is the starting point of the Stewart-Cassiar Highway, at the junction of the highways 16 and 37. This area has nurtured Northwest Coast native cultures for over 7,000 years, with the Gitsan and Wet'suwet'en peoples having always lived here, near where the Skeena River meets the Bulkley River.
There's a cacophony, rather a symphony of snoring in the tent next door. Pretty much preventing anyone in the Kitawanga region from sleeping peacefully.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are just waking up from our first morning. Good sleep.
Some of us had our breakfast in the shitter. Some of us had our breakfast in the laundry room.
Single ply, dude. What's up with this?
Good morning! Good morning.
To Alaska.
We have no idea what lays ahead. We just had a truck driver pull over and basically tell us we are nuts to go any further.
All right, thanks for the warning. I don't really know what to make out of that. Right now it's looking really good, but I don't think that guy would have pulled over for no reason. Yesterday was definitely tough. We didn't get very far, and I think it was as easy as it's gonna get.
In the north, hospitality abounds. It's a way of life. And here in Gitanyao, a small indigenous community, the boys got their first real taste of northern hospitality. Designated as a National Historic Site in 1972, Gitanyao at one point had one of the largest number of original totem poles of any coastal First Nations village, many dating back from the mid-19th century. Now less than 20 original poles remain. In 1928, Emily Carr visited Gitanyao and painted many of the village's poles.
We got hooked up with some fruit, guys.
Oh, really? Yeah, we got some fruit. Wow. The one thing I'm kind of learning, just the hospitality of people in the north is unreal. Everywhere we go, people are so friendly. Everyone says hi and waves to you and want to know what you're doing and wish you luck and safety, and just been so friendly everywhere we've gone. And about 76 kilometers for today. Oh, my ass cheeks just hurt so bad. Definitely our biggest day yet. Definitely the biggest hill we've gone up yet, and of course it's at the end of the day. Oh, I can't believe we have like well over 1,000 kilometers left to bike.
Wow. First real hill here. Just before we're making camp, day 3 of biking. Sweat is dropping from my nose. My legs are jelly. Literally feels like my tires don't have any air in it. It's like nothing happens when I'm pushing. Whoa. So this is just the start. We had a super kind logger driving back 50 kilometers unpaid just to tell us that we're risking our own lives and we're risking everyone's lives if we are biking up this highway in this weather.
You guys are gonna be in danger and putting other people in danger. If somebody's behind in a whiteout, they're not gonna be able to see you guys.
So every trucker we've met so far is basically telling us definitely not to go any further.
And you're stupid and you're gonna die.
Even if a truck wants to stop, it might not be able to, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah, so.
With the weather closing in on them, and after some advice from some concerned citizens, our crew settled into their surroundings and decided to use their snowboards to sample some of the local topography.
Get the special Teletubby one at your service.
That was the gnarliest thing I've seen in a long time. kind of cleared up. We had some sun for a bit. We see some blue patches looking pretty good. So even though it's late into the day, we're gonna finally get back on the road and keep heading our north. Kind of have like the biggest, gnarliest stretch of highway ahead of us for like the next 200-ish kilometers. So
they're nuts. They're nuts, man. That's I would never dream of doing something like that.
Set me up.
Holy fuck! Oh my god!
Mario Kart. You've been tearing up asphalt? It's time to tear up some snow.
Oh my god, this is probably the sketchiest thing I've done in my whole life.
Cannot stop.
After a few days of very sketchy biking, the team was held up on the side of the road watching snow accumulate. Now there's sketchy, and then there's bicycling through 2 feet of snow kind of sketchy. And in the world of bad bicycling conditions, it doesn't get much worse than that. So after a few days of trying to ride through bad weather, the team was held up on the side of the road. Better get those snowboards out again, boys.
It's a snow day. We don't have to go to school, Dad.
Behind the fog and trees, where the streets align with
Good morning. Day 9. Woke up to sunshine and blue skies. We thought it'd be smooth sailing. A bunch of black ice on the road. Everybody went down a couple times.
Black ice.
Holy f.
I'm fine, yeah. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Jesus
High
Christ.
five. Let's get this shit on the road.
Yeah. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Now the sun is up, melting things out, and we got the wide open road ahead. Finally get to see the mountains again. Popping out, spines everywhere, starting to froth out. Makes me want to ride this bike a little faster.
Fresh blueberry. That's nice. But we don't actually bring bowls. You just eat your breakfast out of last night's entree. So this might be oatmeal, but it could still taste like spicy sausage pasta. Uh-huh. Yeah, it does.
Worm. Go.
After a couple spills and some mechanical issues, the boys had reached the town of Cassiar. Cassiar, British Columbia, established in 1952, and played a significant role in Canada's mining history. The Cassiar Asbestos Corporation developed Cassiar as a company town, providing housing, schools, and amenities for workers and their families. At its peak, Cassiar had a population of about 1,500 people. The mining operation was central to the town's existence, producing large quantities of chrysotile asbestos, which was a major product for various industrial appliances at the time. By the late 20th century, the dangers of asbestos exposure became widely recognized, leading to a major decline in demand for asbestos products. In 1992, the mine ceased operations, resulting in the town's eventual abandonment. Today, Cassiar stands as one of Canada's youngest ghost towns, with most of its buildings and infrastructure left to the elements. It serves as a poignant reminder of the rise and fall of single-industry towns and the broader economic and health impacts of asbestos mining. Now it would be nice to think that the boys had earned a little R&R, having not yet taken a single rest day, but no time was to be lost. See, you never know when an adventure like this could all come to a screeching halt. That's why adventures like these aren't about comfort and leisure. They're about getting after it. And not every day you find yourself on a bicycle in the middle of Canada's youngest ghost town, surrounded by some of British Columbia's finest looking mountains. So, after it, they got.
First day in like 5 or 6 days or 7 days trying to snowboard. Picked up this mountain, and as you can see, the snow in the Cassiar Mountains is not really plentiful right now. Oh.
Well,
Out here in Cassiar. Want to ride some lines today, but the weather closed in.
So, do you see that mountain range in the background? No, you don't, because it's socked in. We saw it 20 minutes ago, but she gone. So, lines are not getting ridden today.
So we decided to build a jump, have a jump session. And yeah, at the end of the jump session, don't really know what happened, but a screaming match broke out between one of the boys and Logan, our filmer. And a lot of things were said. Logan got told to go home and sent down the mountain by himself, so that wasn't very good. Yeah, it just seems like maybe tensions in the crew right now are riding really high. It's been a long trip. Everyone's probably really tired. And yeah, tempers are starting to flare out here, so I don't know, might have to do some team building or something, I don't know.
We're on top of the world's largest asbestos mine tailing, and it's super gnarly. Looks like a mountain of bird food. The snow's collapsing everywhere.
Whoa. You guys okay?
I'm already itchy. This is bad.
Yeah.
Everything is nuclear itchy, man.
Have you ever seen an asbestos avalanche before?
I have not.
Okay, couldn't see you guys?
Yeah.
Just saw the pile behind. It's like, well,
Yeah.
there's no way we're gonna be able to dig for none of that.
With just over 600 kilometers left to Haines, Alaska, this marked the halfway point of the boys' journey. The boys were starting to get worn down, and things were getting mighty testy amongst the crew. So after blowing off some steam on the mountains and each other, the boys decided a rest day was finally in order, and they decided to settle down in Jade City for a day before starting the next leg of the journey.
Yeah, we're kind of just in Jade City for a night. Staying in this cute little place here I got called the Dog House. And right out back, found this old dilapidated truck. We're supposed to leave today at 8 a.m.
Meeting at 8:30. It's 9:20.
To start biking north again. Instead, what happened was around 8:30, a fight broke out.
This is not happening.
That kid.
So when you that fucking
Dude, we're not gonna fight each other. We're adults.
I'm not hitting him.
Up. We're not gonna people out or shit.
Okay, this is it. This is where it ends then.
This is where it fucking ends.
Sometimes Lady Adventure can be a cruel mistress. She does not give her love away for free. Sometimes she requires a sacrifice. And so, there were three. Left alone to bicycle over 600 kilometers of rugged Yukon and Alaska territory. If there was ever any room for error on this trip to begin with, it's safe to say it was all gone now. The fate of our three amigos was now in the hands of the road. Not always a great place to be, but a great place to continue a movie from. fate or just pure dumb luck? The boys would now need all the help they could get.
Probably minus 20 last night. Every single drop of water we had was chalk frozen this morning.
Brutal. Kinda just want to jam my hands inside my jet boil.
It's a fucking bike tire. Why is this giving us so much goddamn trouble? Broken. Now we're just changing words.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Didn't want that anyway. So we started here, we're now here, and we have to go all the way to here.
Now we're boiling water to try to defrost the water filter so we can go down to that creek and get drinkable water. Yeah.
This is obviously how the Pilgrims used to do it.
Whoa! Whoa!
It's March 25th today. Left Shade City super late yesterday after yesterday's drama and insanity. Bikes are starting to become an issue, and definitely noticed the landscape has now changed dramatically. Like, we're definitely out of the mountains. All I can see is this mixed forest around me, which is pretty cool. Feeling all right mentally, even though we definitely have a lot ahead of us.
So we're just hitting the junction 37 and linking up with the Alaska Highway. Just about 250 kilometers to the next place where we can get food and supplies.
The three amigos pushed north, saying goodbye to the Cassiar Highway, and hello to the famous Alaskan or Alcan Highway and the frigid Yukon Territory. With every kilometer that rolled by, it felt like the highway was getting longer, but the mountains were getting bigger. But the boys were running dangerously low on food, and with hundreds of kilometers until the next possible resupply stop, things were about to get desperate.
Okay, so it's like 7:30. We've biked about maybe almost 80K today. We're like 10 kilometers away from a place called Ranchera. It's basically, I don't even know if it's a real town. Worm realized that he's got another slow leak. It was basically flat, so pretty worried now because we're kind of down to our last fresh tube. Kind of have enough food to rough it to Teslin, but we don't really know. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him if I can buy some food.
You got some cash on you?
I do.
So we're in Rancheria. It's kind of like this little rest stop town. Everything's closed. And we found a house. Johan's asking them if they'll sell us some food.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
This super kind couple that used to run this motel, it's been closed for 3 years. I just knocked on their door because we ran out of supplies completely. But I managed for 50 bucks buy a pack of smokes for Worm, 6 cans of food, and they're cooking us hamburgers right now.
What?
So
they're gonna cook us hamburgers?
And 6 eggs boiled. So they're hooking us up so much. And we're appreciating it so much. We're gonna go up and set up the camp and be back in 15 minutes and get hamburgers and eggs.
Wow. Yeah, here's for you.
God damn it, this is the first hot, like, real food that wasn't dehydrated we've had in days. That's the best burger I ever had.
What can you say? It's a way of life in the North. People just look out for one another.
God, this is terrible. Just sleeping next to outhouses at truck stops. Damp, frosty night, if you can see all that stuff. Because it's so cold out, I have to sleep with my cooking gas. Phone, the battery charger, because it won't charge while we're biking because it's too cold. I got my neck warmer. I got some socks, a base layer, one pair of chamois, some gloves, another pair of chamois, my other pair of socks. Those are my electric socks. Cooking water, more socks. No, that's it for now. Oh man, so here we are, Rancheria. Coldest morning yet. And everything is just frosted right up.
Oh, here's the chicken noodle soup that I slept with in the sleeping bag to keep it from not freezing. Got it. This is day 4 of pedaling with very little supplies. We've been basically living off knocking on strangers' doors, asking to buy food, asking strangers to rest off to fill up our water bottles. Here, can I just grab a tiny little bit? Oh yeah, thanks.
Yeah, whatever you can spare.
Dude,
oh man, thank you so much.
Just got off the Alaska Highway. We're now on the Cassiar Highway heading towards Carcross.
It's gonna be nice to get a little bit closer to AK, and after today, just 2 days left of biking.
And I think we finally did it. I think we finally broke the 100-kilometer barrier in the day.
Nuggie! Go, bro, Nuggie!
After 22 days on the road, the boys rolled into Carcross, a town that looked like it was born in a Jack London novel.
Yeah, Worm, how does it feel to be almost in Alaska?
Feels good. I'm ready to get the hell off this bike. Ready to have a rest day too.
Carcross, or Caribou Crossing as it was once known, is a small former gold rush town in the Yukon. However, long before the gold rush, the Carcross Tagish First Nation called this place home, with their ancestry including Tagish and Tlingit. Their traditional lands include the Yukon River headwaters, ancient trails in the coastal mountains, and vast lakes surrounding Carcross. But it was the Klondike Gold Rush that really put Carcross on the map. Skookum Jim and Tagish Charlie discovered the first gold that started the Klondike Gold Rush. Both were Tagish First Nations from the Carcross area. Skookum Jim was wealthy when he died and left a large sum of money to a trust established to improve the health and education of the Yukon's First Nations people. Prospectors from all over the world passed through Carcross on their way up to strike it rich in the Klondike region. Carcross became a bustling stop along the White Pass and Yukon Route Railway, connecting Skagway, Alaska to Whitehorse, Yukon. In 1899, Fred Trump, grandfather of Donald Trump, and his partner Ernest Levin opened a 2-story restaurant and brothel in Carcross at Bennett Lake, which they called the Arctic, offering food, booze, and sex. This was turned out to be the birthplace of the Trump family fortune. As the gold rush frenzy faded, Carcross settled into a quieter existence, but its rich history remained, with the historic buildings and landmarks still standing today, telling tales of the town's glory days. Now the boys found themselves on the doorstep to the last frontier. The only thing that stood between them and Alaska was an 80-kilometer uphill push through the historic White Pass.
Big day for the crew.
Can't really say I can see the finish line yet, but I can smell the finish line. And it smells like a few dozen pints of beer, 12 cheeseburgers, and whatever else we can get our hands on.
Everyone I know is going to burn in hell. Oh well. But if Lucifer were here, he'd tell you why.
For all of these 1,300 kilometers, been waiting for this point. It's all downhill from here, boys.
Haynes, here we come, baby!
Holding on, but looking up while holding on. We all aim higher than we can fly. We all will try to touch the light.
We are going way too fast for how our rigs are set up.
This is fucking crazy!
Yeah.
We walked 1,300 kilometers for this, and it was worth every bit!
Would you do it again?
Never!
We're here in Haynes and we just picked up Seb. And we're just giving him a little understanding of what it is like to pedal our bicycle.
Time to live it up, I guess.
We truly done did it. Haynes is right over here.
Well, boys, we made it.
We truly did, huh? I think the only thing that could make this better is if we had some beers.
Finally here. It's great. Everything is really great. I loved everything. These guys are the best. I love making decisions. I love talking about everything. It brings me joy.
Now in Haynes, Alaska, waiting on weather, and with money, time, and resources dwindling, the boys were forced to seek out, let's just say, alternative accommodations.
So, kind of got a lead on a place that we're supposed to stay. They call him the Wolverine Man, and we have no idea, but we think this might be the place. It says Wildlife Center, so we're gonna go up here and see if this is actually where we're supposed to stay. Let's go. This place is actually insane. There's like animal bones everywhere, and all these like crazy signs about eating tourists. I kind of hope we're in the wrong place because this is really creepy.
So there's a bunch of skulls, a bunch of bones, and a bunch of different animals in cages.
There's actually a pile of bones right there. There's a pile of bones. What? Smells like game. Previous victim.
Is that a meat grinder?
Oh, you're here.
Hello. Hello, are you Steve?
Yes, I am.
Steve, I'm Nick. This is our crew. We guys spoke on the phone. We're wondering if this is the place to stay?
Not in this one.
Oh, okay.
This will scare the living hoo out of you.
Okay.
This is where I live. You're in the hotel around the corner. It's called the Apollo House. Okay, I'm gonna get you some towels and go in there and take a look. It might scare the living hoo out of you and you don't want to stay.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Talk to you soon, Steve, I guess.
All right, let's check this out. So all of these things running outside of the house and into the house. Animals are running up and down them.
All around the whole
And all around the whole property. We have a network of the weasels and pine martens running around our residence, so that feels safe.
Go and pull the grizzly bear out of hibernation.
So Steve's gonna feed his bear a bunch of pies.
Pit its arse like you never pitted an arse before. That's it.
After what seemed like weeks held up in the funny farm watching it rain, the boys finally got a weather window. And even though the window was only a day or two, they decided that if there was any hope of doing any snowboarding in Alaska, they had to go for it. So, with not much more than hopes and dreams, they set forth into the wilds of the Alaskan backcountry.
It is now 7 o'clock in the morning and we're splitboarding up a mountain. We've basically given up on plan A, which was the best idea, a flight with the legendary Drake Olsen up to a base camp. We would stay there for 5 days and just get it. But unfortunately the weather hasn't been cooperating. Plan B, we're giving up on as well, which is using a helicopter company to get us to the base camp. Now there's so many big name snowboarders and skiers here with huge budgets, and there's simply not enough space for dirtbags like us. So we're down to plan C, which is using our legs, and we have to splitboard up this snowmobile trail to then set base camp on a glacier. Then we have to wake up super early tomorrow to try to beat the helicopters out to some of the zones that they're riding and try to get on the lines before them. Up to Alpine, and now we're just gonna hike straight into the fog over there.
It's probably 5 hours we've been on the split boards. We heard rumors of an old mining cabin. We had no idea if it was true or if we were gonna find it. This is it. It's got a huge snowdrift in here. We got in through the window. We're fucking stoked. We're gonna unbury it, throw our gear in here, and go make some skin tracks out to the spines of Alaska. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Cabin boys. So 3:30 a.m. wake up in the cabin. There's a worm out there, or the lines we're gonna ride, and we're gonna get there before the helicopters show up.
Figure it out. Just gonna cross a bit of a ski slope and try and get onto the glacier.
Okay, so we got a helicopter flying in to our zone. We did beat them. There they are, just hoovering in. Heck yeah. feels good to be walking into the lines and the people flying are late.
Okay, dropping 10.
Well, despite all odds, the boys had done it. They got the bikes to Alaska and even managed to get some snowboarding done. There were plenty of highs and lows along the way. But what great adventure doesn't come with a little, or a lot, of adversity? I believe they call that character building. But what did they learn along the way? What good is going on an adventure if you don't learn some kind of lesson?
So what do we do now? D-Wat never told us what to do with these bikes once we got to Alaska.
I guess.
Oh, boys, it was never about getting the bikes to Alaska. It's about hitting the dusty old trail with your buds, testing your mettle, seeing what you're made of. It's about discovering the true meaning of adventure. I think you found it. Those bikes were hot. They needed to go ASAP. I had to ditch them. So if anybody asks, you never saw me.
Right on, D-Wat.
Yeah.
So, whatever happened to those boys that were heading to Alaska? They ever make it?
Well, let's just say the road provides. I don't know about you, but I take comfort in knowing that. And so that just about does it for our boys' big Alaskan adventure. Wraps her all up. And everything seemed to work out pretty good for our boys, didn't it? Sure, there was a little bit of drama, but it was a pretty good story. And that's the thing about a good story, isn't it? It usually comes with a little bit of drama. That's the human condition. That's what keeps us coming back for more. That's what drives the need for adventure in the first place. The hunger for good stories. Well, now look at me. I'm rambling again. Anyway, hope you folks enjoy our little story, and we'll catch you further on down the road.
To Alaska. Film's done? I told you guys. I told you Alaska was the ticket. Didn't I? Yeah, you got to get out of those boats, I said. You got to get out of the boats and go to Alaska. You're welcome. 15%, right? Right? Hello? Hello? Call dropped. 20? Call dropped. Hello? Hello?